All right, boys and girls, we're going to talk about how to capitalize book titles correctly this week. You need to get this worksheet that says Monday in a pencil, and you're going to follow along and work on this sheet with me, okay? All right, so when book titles are written, they are either underlined or written in italics or slanted type. So when we write a book title in your writings, you're going to underline it. If you're typing it, you will italicize it, okay? Now we're going to talk about how to correctly capitalize book titles. Let's look at our examples right here. I have a little paragraph and there are several book titles here. We're going to talk about, you always capitalize the first word, the last word, and any important words in between. These small words, the, a, an, in, on, at, with, by, to, and, these are some of the most common words that you will not capitalize in a book title unless it is the first or last. So I want you to write that up here so you will remember that. We always capitalize the first and last word in a book title. The first and last word. I want you to write that. So if B is the first word of that book title, you will capitalize it. But if it's not the first word, you will not capitalize it. We capitalize the first word, the last word, and all important words in between. Nouns, pronouns, verbs. We will capitalize all of those. You'll have a list on some of your worksheets this week while you're working of these small words that you will not capitalize unless it is the first or last word. Let's go through this together. Lucy, her little brother Asa, and their mom love reading. They go to the library every Saturday. Lucy had just read Beezus and Ramona by Beverly Cleary. Now they capitalize the first word, the last word, and is not an important word, so it is not capitalized. They also underlined. She wanted to get another book by the same author. Asa had just finished reading Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobel. Now let's look at this. Let's always, always, always make sure we capitalize the first. So I want you to do this. You always capitalize the last. Those should be your first two steps. And all important words in between. And is on our list of not important words. Toad will be capitalized and are will be capitalized. The correct way to write this would be frog, toad, are friends should all be capitalized. And it is underlined. Lucy found Beverly Cleary's book, Henry and the Paper Route, and checked it out. All right, always capitalize the first word first. Then capitalize the last word. And all important words in between. And they are on our list of non-important words, so we're going to leave it alone. Paper. Oh, I made an R. Paper should be capitalized because it is an important word. All right. Paper is an adjective here, describing the route. What kind of route? A paper route. All right, and also checked out a book called From Tadpole to Frog. Always capitalize the first word first. The last word. From tadpole to frog. Tadpole is a noun. And to is a word that is not important that is on our list. All right, let's look at the bottom of this page. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to get you to help me edit these book titles. All right. Mrs. Jewell, a librarian, lives next door to us. She recommends that I read Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, which I really liked. All right, let's look at Charlotte's Web. How should we write Charlotte's Web? We need to capitalize the first word and the last word. There are only two words in this book title. So Charlotte's and Web are both capitalized. The next time I was at the library. I checked out The Trumpet of the Swan and Stuart Little. All right, let's do. First word has to be capitalized, always. Last word has to be capitalized, always. Trumpet is an important word. Of and the are non-important words, okay? They're going to stay lowercase. Let's look at this book, Stuart Little. There are only 2 words. First word, last word, Stuart Little. These books are by the same author. Miss Jewel also recommended that I read some books based on African folk tales, such as Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears and Bringing the Rain to Kapiti Plain. They were both wonderful. I can't wait to read more. All right, let's look at the first book title. Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. We're going to capitalize the first word. That's the first thing we always do. The last word. And all important words in between. Mosquitoes, buzz. In is not a very important word. And peoples. Bringing the rain to Kapiti Plain. All right, always the first word. The first thing we do in a book title. Look at the first and last words. And then all important words in between. Unless the is the first word, we do not capitalize it. Rain. 2 is on our list. But Kapiti is an important word. That's a place. All right? Now remember, always look for the first word and the last word. Capitalize those first. All important words in between. And then you will capitalize, and then you will underline. You will underline. Now I want you to do page 76 in your workbook. And then I will have the answers posted so that you can check yourselves while Mom and Dad are working. And then we will have another video tomorrow. All right.